Let's get ready to rumble! Let's get ready to rumble!
Good morning. This is the New York session stream, taken as part of our Road to Funded series. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you get anything of value. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell because we're live every weekday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. That's 12:30 p.m. Watt, West African time. With that being said, let's get right into the charts. All right, good morning, y'all. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody having a good Tuesday morning. Hope you guys were able to get some trades this morning. Let's see. Yeah, so yesterday we took a position yesterday. We took some sells yesterday. We ended up not driving the way we hoped we would drive, right? So we closed out BE. What's happening? YouTube is not receiving enough video. I don't know. Okay, excellent connection. All right, we're back. All right, so yeah, we took some trades yesterday. Ended up BE. Yeah, let's see what we can get for today, right? So we're just gonna jump right into the analysis here. So starting off on the monthly, right? Starting off on the monthly time frame, as always, right? Previous month we had our closure inside this range, right? Inside this range between 190 to about 186 levels, right? You look to the left here and you see the instances where you did close below this 190 level, right, into this range. You typically made a top wick and then drove down, right? Even if you didn't drive down on one candle, you did continue to drive down eventually to fill this range, right, down to 186. So here you have a closure below, you have a top wick, right? You have your top wicks towards 192, and then you started to come down, and you sort of came down in two different candles. Here as well, you had a closure below, you had a steep top wick, right? You had your top wick towards 199.28, 199.3, and then you continue to push down in two candles. Here as well, you had a closure below, had a top wick, drove down, right? So we have multiple instances of price closing inside this range and then driving through, right? And then eventually driving through to fill the rest of this range going down, right, towards 186. So it's just a matter of, at this point, it's just a matter of where do we want to make that top wick, right? So if you're gonna mirror those moves to the left, it's just a matter of where are we gonna make this top wick before we eventually start to drive down here, right? So we'll see exactly how that plays out. Moving on to the weekly. So previous weekly closed bullish, right? Previous weekly closed bullish. You look to the left here, right? We always look to the left. You close bullish back into this range. We look to the left here, you have instances where you've closed bullish back into this range, right? Retest at the top of the range and then still driven off of this level, right? This 192 level, right? Still respected that to drive you down. So I mean, at this point, let me see. Yeah, so I mean, at this point, anything can happen, right? Based off of this weekly, right? You could just be coming up. So now you've made a bottom wick on the current weekly, right? And this is off of one day, right? This is off of just Monday's move. You made a bottom wick and then you started to push up, right? Monday into early Tuesday. So Asian session, early New York, London, right? So you've made this bottom wick now, you started to push up. So this push up now could just be a push up to make a steeper top wick, right? You could just make a steeper top wick at this 192 levels, reject, and continue to push down, right? Something similar to this, right? Something similar to this candle right here, except you just continue to push down, right? So yeah, we'll see what wants to happen here, right? On the flip side, you do have instances like this, right? You do have an instance where you closed into the range, you held support, right? Held support at 190, and then you continue to push up, right? So either one of these could play out here, I think, right? Either one of these could play out here. It's just a matter of seeing how price is gonna form here. Let me see. Yeah, so you got your levels there, level of support right there. Let me see. Yeah, so yeah, we have our level, we have our levels of support that we're currently respected. Creating a bottom wick at that level. Now you're pushing up. Yeah, so let's see. We'll see what this wants to do here. We could just continue to drive up here, something similar to this. We could start to see a good push up, or we could just create a steeper top wick at 192 and then start to reject, right? So we'll see what wants to happen with that. We'll see what wants to happen with that. And then moving on to the daily now. So previous daily did close bearish. So let me just extend. I'm gonna extend this level to down here. All right. So yeah, so you're still inside this range, or you're still inside this greater range between 189 to 192, right? So previous daily closed bearish, but still respecting this level of support, right? And now you've made a bottom wick at that level, and now you're starting to push up, right? Yeah, so again, we'll see, right? So this 192 level is just similar to the weekly, right? We could just come up and fill this range up towards 192, and then we start to reject, right? Then we start to reject 192 areas. We'll see what wants to happen here. We'll see what wants to happen here, but we're just gonna mark this up. So you have, this is your greater range, right? This is the greater range you're playing in, and then you sort of have levels here, all right, minor levels. Well, you got a level of resistance right there, so I'll put that there. Yeah, so let's see what happens now that you're coming up. You're coming in and you're tapping into this 191 level. So you look to the left here, you see in the past when price has held this level of support, you've driven up, right? This candle drove up, or this price drove up, found or held resistance at 191.1, and then continue to push down. So I mean, now that you're coming up here, you're coming in and you're tapping this 191 level, right? You're coming in and you're tapping this 191 level. So if you end up respecting that level on the lower time frame, you end up respecting that level and holding support, or holding that level as resistance, you might just see a push down, and you might be able to play the lower, you might be able to play the push down, right? You might be able to play the pullback, right? Because if you start to reject off this level, most likely you're gonna at least come down towards these levels to create a bottom wick or to find support, right? That's gonna help push you up. So yeah, potentially we might be able to play that. We might be able to get involved with that. We'll see what happens there. Yeah, push up, tap into the, yeah. All right, moving on to the 4 hour. Moving on to the 4 hour. So this level on the 4 is looking more like, I guess you would say this. All right, I guess this would be your 4 hour level here. Maybe a little bit of a stretch. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this here for now. All right, it's your 4 hour level there. Let me see some daily. That's just the intermediary level, right? Okay, cool. Hold up. So this daily level is, so that's the intermediary level. So you might come down back to that level, right? Okay. put this up here. All right, cool. Tapping into the daily level now. 4 hour and potentially. All right, so yeah, let's see how this pans out. So this daily level, all right, so let me see. So there you got your daily level. So those are these highs, pretty much, give or take. All right, so you tap into that level, you might reject and start to push back down. If you start to reject that level, you could play a push down towards 190.476. If not, if you do start to drive above, you might be able to fill this range up towards 192. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. This isn't as straightforward, to be honest. This analysis here is not as straightforward. Yeah, but for the most part, what I'm seeing here is price closing respecting this 190.476 on the 4 hour, right? That 190.476 is that is the level I'm looking to potentially reject towards, right? So if we reject 191, if we reject this 191.3 level, I'm looking to potentially reject towards this 190.476, right? Which makes sense. You look to the left here, right? You look to the left, you have a push towards this level, and then you just drove back down, right? You rejected off this 191.32 level, drove back down towards this level of support, right? So yeah, we'll see what price wants to do here. We will see what price wants to do here. You have a minor level or intermediary level in there. Okay, so these are what my levels are looking like on the 4 hour. We'll be back though. We'll be back. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But these are what my levels are looking like right now. Let's move on to the hourly real quick. Hourly time frame. So we're coming up now. We're coming to fill this gap, right? This imbalance that we had right here. Okay, so on the hourly, this lines up nicely on the hourly. Let's push this up a bit. Okay, so that lines up nicely on the hourly. I might be waking up. I might start waking up for this 3:30 or 3 o'clock closure on London time frame, or sorry, London session. Okay, that's driving up. Man, might have lost it, bruh. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know, some of these levels are not the most straightforward, or maybe they are. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. All right, so this is what we got going for now, though. This is what we got going for now in terms of our levels. This is what we got going for now. We'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. So yeah, now you're coming up. You feel this this sort of imbalance right here, right? Feel this gap between these two candles from the weekly gap open. So we'll see what price wants to do now. Yeah, you got about 13 minutes left here for an hourly closure. Oh shit, my fault. Sudvion will experience buffering. Man, what's happening? Is it the latency? Did I change something? Stream settings. Ultra low. Yeah, apologies if there's some buffering going on. $6,800. I'm seeing the stream bit rate. Stream bit rate. The current stream bit rate is lower than. Yeah, how do I not change the bit rate or what? Man, how do I do that though? Who knows how to? I'm getting an error. My bit rate is not what it should be. Bit rate. Okay. Fix. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it fixes itself. Maybe I picked the wrong latency. Am I usually on low latency instead of ultra low latency? Not entirely sure. But yeah, man, hopefully the stream ain't lagging too much. If it is lagging at all, hopefully it's not lagging too much. But yeah, man, back to the analysis. Back to our analysis here. The trades taken. Let me just clear that off real quick. We haven't taken anything for today. So yeah, for the most part here, what's happening, right? What we're looking at for the most part is this daily, right? This daily now we're coming up. We're filling this range. We're filling this range to the top side, right? We're filling this range to the top side. It seems that we've tapped into this level of resistance here, this 191 level, 191.1 level, and we're rejecting that level, right? So if we're rejecting that level, where are we gonna need to push towards to find support, right? We're gonna look towards these areas here to find support, right? It's 190.5 areas. So yeah, I mean, if you continue to reject like this, especially with the 4, right? The 4 as well, we pushed through this level. We never closed inside, right? We never closed inside this range, but we've pushed through or into this range. Now we've made that top wick. So there's a good chance that we are gonna come back down here for the pullback, right? Or for the bottom wick. So you know, if we get any positions, or if we get any entries for the sells down towards 190.466, we'll look to get involved with that as well. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. The buys could play out here as well too, but probably want to see a closer above 191.37 before I start taking any buys. Either that or a pullback, right? But yeah, we tapped into this level and now we're seeing rejection. Well, we could have taken the wick entry right there, but it's not really, that would be based off of just an assumption that we're gonna reject this level pretty much. All right, so let's see. Do we got news today? We have news at 9. We got one news item at 9 o'clock. So hopefully we get some positions start early here. Oh, look, it's fixed itself. The stream fixed itself. That's the best type of fix. The one you don't gotta do anything for. Hello. All right, so now we're just waiting pretty much. It's pretty much a waiting game now. Excuse any buffering or delays in the stream. Not sure what's going on here with my internet. But yeah, now we just wait. So this hourly closer, we're gonna have an hourly closer. No news until 9, so I am willing to get into some early positions here if we see them, or if we get them rather. Yeah, let's see what wants to happen here. So this hourly closure, so if we close inside the range, we close inside the range like this, or perhaps we close inside the range above this level here, then potentially we might start to see a push up. All right, we might be able to take that push up towards towards the top of this range right here at 191.37. That's potential. Potentially. But we'll see. All right. Now we wait. So while we're waiting, give me 1 sec. Okay, so as we wait for this to do something here, it's gonna go to gold real quick. Oh man. All right, so we want to pick back off of where we left on gold. So we're gonna be doing our analysis for gold. Not gonna be doing any what's it called? We're not gonna be taking any positions on gold, but we will be doing our analysis though. All right, so let me see previous yearly on gold. Of course, we closed bullish, right? We tapped 3,000 already? Not yet. I don't know what's going on with my internet, bro. Okay, so weekly. Sorry. Yearly on gold, of course, closed bullish, right? Monthly, of course, closed bullish. Right now we're just driving up, right? Pretty much. We're just rallying up on gold. That's pretty much it. Let's put these levels right here. Boom. Boom. All right, move on to the weekly. All right, so weekly levels as well. So you have this level of support here on the weekly. Got that level of support right there. Got your resistance there. Yeah, so you got your range formed here on the weekly as well. Got your range formed here on the weekly. So previous weekly closed bullish. Now you have a bottom wick, so you should be free, or you could be free to continue to drive up here towards 290.40 or 2940.27. All right, on to the daily. Yep, daily has a range, or you're within a range right here on the daily as well. You got this lower range right here. All right. All right, got this lower range. This lower range. Got this lower range right there. We're on to the 4. We're on to the 4 hour. It's a nasty range on gold. Yeah, not the best range on gold to be playing in. Alright, you got all this consolidation in here. Look at all the wicks in here, right? Look at all this consolidation. For the most part, you can sort of draw up a you can draw up a smaller resistance right here. All right, so the intermediary level right here. Yeah, I don't see price pushing. I don't see price pushing beyond 198. What 2918. I don't see price pushing beyond that point before we create that bottom wick, right? But it is gold. Anything can happen. So we'll see. Got these bottom wicks. Interesting. All right, cool. So this is what the 4-hour time frame looks like. Let's look at the hourly. Let's check out the hourly. Gbpjpy to find the rest of them. Just about to copy paste this one. Yeah, I mean, yo. All right, so yeah, in terms of the hourly here, it's a really choppy range we're in. It's a very choppy range that we're in right now. All right, but you do have price driving off of this level in the past, right? You have price driving off this level pretty convincingly in the past, and now you've sort of held this level multiple times here, right? So you had your initial breakthrough, then you held the level here, so most likely you probably will continue to drive through and fill this range up towards 2918. But this 4-hour, so 2918, yeah, so if you come up to 2918 first, I do think you're gonna see a rejection, because I don't see us driving towards this 4-hour level. I don't see us driving towards 2924 before we make a bottom wick towards this level right here. All right, I don't really see that happening. I don't see that happening, so we'll see. We will see. See, Control V. All right, cool. Yeah, so pretty much I do think you might end up just pushing up here and tapping into 2918, right? That is a possibility here with the way we're holding this support right here. This hourly also just closed, right? That's us respecting this level of support yet again, right? So yeah, now that we're establishing this level as support, I do think you have enough to come up here to 2918. Whether you're gonna drive beyond 2918, I mean, I don't really think so. Maybe if the 4-hour closes, right? So if we get a closer above 2918 with the 4-hour close, then sure. But if you're still trading below 2918, I think you're gonna need to see a bottom wick towards these level before you can drive past, right? That's what I'm thinking. I don't even know if I'm still live or not. I don't know what's going on with the internet. I'm not sure. But yeah, you want to be careful in these ranges though, because I mean, look at this. This is just choppy. I mean, there's a way you can always take positions inside this type of market, right? You can always take positions, but what just happened? Oh, my phone is updating. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see what happens with gold here though. We're not taking any positions. We'll take sort of mock positions, right? We're not gonna get into the position, but we'll feel it out and see, you know, what we would have done if we were actively trading gold. So yeah, that's gold though. That's gold. What's Nas doing? Them indices dropping, huh? Them indices are tanking. Brazy. Those indices are tanking. Whoa, what happened? Oh yeah, look at that rejection. Look at the rejection we had at 191.056 there. Look at the rejection right there. Yeah, so where did we say we needed to go, right? So we said if we closed, or rather if we rejected, where is this? Things on the daily. Yeah, so if we rejected this level, right, this 191 level, right, if we rejected that level, where would we need to come down to make that bottom wick? Right, where would we need to come down to make that bottom wick before we can start to drive up? Most likely 190.3 ish, right? 190.3 ish, but you know, that's the same as this 4-hour level, give or take. So somewhere around there, somewhere around there. Yeah, so that's 190.3, so that's this, right? Do 190.3, huh? That's interesting. Yeah, if you move this around, this just becomes a little bit different now, huh? Yeah, you move that around, this whole thing becomes a little bit different. Yeah, so we got no positions just yet. We got nothing just yet. We got nothing just yet. Let me see. 28 pips, not bad. Yeah, you might see this candle just start to melt here, because this is basically the daily tapping into these highs, right? This is your daily candle tapping into these highs, right? So you don't have enough to push through, so you're gonna need to come back for, you're gonna need to come for the pullback, right? And right now I'm looking at that pullback towards 190.3 ish areas, right? Which is this 4-hour level as well, right? We already closed above the 4-hour level, right? We already closed above, and you do have a bottom wick towards that level as well. You do already have a bottom wick towards that level, so if you're gonna come back down towards 190.3 here, say this candle flips bearish, what are your chances of not driving down? You're more likely to continue to push down than not. Well, not flips bearish, but if this candle closes below 190.283, because you could literally just flip bearish, maybe create a steeper bottom wick, and then still close back bullish to drive up, right? But if you end up closing bearish on that 4, I don't see why you wouldn't drive down. Here now you've rejected this level, right? You've rejected this 191-ish level. All right, you rejected that level, and then you have your intermediary level right here. So that would be your vantage point. If we took the wick entries, this would be our vantage point right here. All right, if we took these wick entries right there, this is where you would want to either take out profits or move to BE. Or both. Yeah, so nothing standing out to me just yet. Nothing standing out to me just yet. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a slow day in my head, I guess. Oh, you know something I want to try out. Where's the? Let me see. How do I change? Let me see settings. No. Candles. I don't drawings. I want to change the colors of the candles. I forgot how to do that. There you go. Setting symbol. There you go. Just make everything black. Boom. Now this right here is a real test of price action right here. Oh my goodness. This is the real test of price action. So what did the blacked out candles, what do those do for you, right? So it sort of erases your bias, right? Because sometimes you see a lot of red on the charts and you're just like, oh, it must be sells, right? So like it's sort of a primer, right? So when you see those colors, they sort of prime you in one direction, right? You see a big bearish candle, you're just primed to, you know, automatically take or assume, you know, sells, you know. But once you have these like this, once you have these price actions, all you can see are your levels, right? All you can see are your levels. I can see that, oh, we got a level right here, we got a level of support right here. So no matter how bearish this candle is looking, I'm like, okay, most likely we come down here, you're gonna see some type of, you know, you might see some type of, you know, rejection, fluctuation. So I want to be careful taking my sells past that point, right? Beyond that point. Yeah, so I actually do want to, yeah, why not? We can take a trade like this. Why not? Why not? Same thing with gold here. All right, gold, we don't have that pullback here, or we don't have that pullback yet, I should say. All right, you close into this range, this larger range. Actually, I could probably put this right here too. Yeah, put that right there. Yeah, so we closed into this larger range. Never made that pullback, right? We never made that pullback. You look to the left here, you see most times you close into this range, right? Most times you close into this range, apart from this where we sort of gapped up and pushed through. You typically make a bottom wick at this level, right? At this level of support before you drive up, right? So at this point, what that's saying to me is that we could drive up here. We could continue to drive up here, tap 2918, right? Which would be in this range. That would be the top of this range, basically. We could do that, but if we do that first, most likely we're gonna still need to come back down for this bottom wick. So if we're anticipating pushing back down for this bottom wick, now this candle is coming down. If we get a 30-minute closure below, I mean, things are bullish here. Things are bullish right now, but if you get a 30-minute closure below, get a top wick with that 30-minute closure below, potentially you could look to take the sells down towards this level, potentially, or you could just wait for the larger move, right? And the larger move will come after you tap into this level, because you're either going to tap into this level and then start to reject, right? Because then you basically formed your bottom wick for the 4 hour, right? So you're either going to tap into this level and start to reject, or you're gonna tap into this level and continue to push through, right? So that's pretty much what we're waiting for on gold. That's what we're waiting for on gold. Back to GJ though. Back to GJ. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with GJ as well. We'll see what happens with GJ. Our daily. That's the daily level, right? Yeah. Yeah, so you see you have that clean rejection off of this daily level, right? You got that clean rejection off the daily level. So to continue taking these buys here, you most likely want to see a closure above, right? Now that you've had that initial rejection, hourly came down, actually closed below, right? Actually closed below these highs or this support levels. So you yeah, you probably want to see a closure above before you continue taking any more buys here, right? Or at least wait for that 4 hour to close and you close somewhere inside this range. Yeah, because as things stand right now, you could just continue to melt. You could continue to push down here. You could continue to push down here. Yeah, let's see how the 30-minute closes though. Let's see how the 30-minute closes. Then we'll be back. All right, we back. We back. 1 second. There you go. Man them. Wagwan, bro. My fault. I was AFK, away from the keyboard. I don't know what's going on with my internet today. Is the stream lagging? Because it keeps telling me keeps telling me that I don't know, I'm not getting enough what's it called? Hands are freezing. Oh, man's is outside. The man is outside. Yeah, they're telling me that I don't know, I think it's something wrong with my internet, I guess. Alright, bet. No trades, news in the afternoon. Didn't want to try to run to the EA while I'm out. Word. All right. So what we just had, we had a 30-minute close right there. So 30-minute closure, we're still closing below this level of resistance right here, right? 6 to 8 degrees. That's cold for you, bro. Low. That's warm over here, bro. What are you talking about? It's -1 right now, dog. Where I'm at, it's -1, and this is warm weather, dog. It's -1 over here. That's warm weather. That's a light sweater right there. All right, bet. So this 30-minute now. So this 30-minute close, right? We closed below this level of resistance, right? So that's just added confluence, right? There's a good chance that you are gonna in fact drive down here. How far you're gonna drive down, and you know, whether it's just a bottom wick, whether we're just coming down to make a bottom wick at this level and then continue to push up, we're not sure yet. We're really not sure quite yet. Yeah, so we're gonna have to wait and see. Ideally though, if we do want to take these buys before we get a closure above 191, right? If we do want to take the buys before a closure above 191, ideally this 4-hour has to close above 190.75, right? So we need to close inside this range, of course, right? And then you also want to see a bottom wick towards 190.5, right? I would actually prefer if you don't make that bottom wick now. I'd prefer if this 4-hour close inside the range, then I know that I actually have to wait for that bottom wick. Because if you make the bottom wick now, once you actually close, if you actually close inside the range, once you make the bottom wick, then it's sort of a 50-50 on whether we actually need to wait for the bottom wick or not, right? But if you close inside this range without coming down for this bottom wick first, I'm just gonna wait for the bottom wick, right? So yeah, we'll see what happens though. This 30-minute closed well below the resistance, right? Below this resistance level right here. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. We will see what happens here. Yeah, so let's see. Let us see. 30-minute closer above 190.88. That's the hourly closer as well. 4-hour closer as well. We'll just wait for a bottom wick and we'll look to take in some of those buys. Yeah, right now though, it's a waiting game. Nothing much going on right now. Yeah, we'll see how the 15 closes. Potentially, maybe we get something off the 15 close. I highly doubt it though, because that's asking a lot of the 15. Because for me to take any positions here, like I said, I'm gonna need some type of a closure, a good closure above So in this case, I need a closer above here, and then I'll need that bottom wick to come down here, all on 1 15-minute candle, right? And we got news in 9, so we'll see exactly what wants to happen here. We will see exactly what wants to happen here. All right, y'all. Bye about. let's see what we're saying. So this 15-minute just closed. 15-minute close bullish. All right, so 50 minutes close bullish, but we're still respecting these levels, right? So I wasn't really expecting much off of that closer, especially with the 9 o'clock news, right? We got news at 9 as well, so we'll see what happens here. So that's GJ. Let's take a look at gold real quick. What's gold doing? What is gold doing? So previous 30 still closed respecting on gold. It's hourly now pushing up. Interesting. That hourly is now pushing up. So like I said, right, you could tap into 2918 here, right? You could tap into 2918 before you actually, you know, come down for any type of a steeper bottom wick. That is a possibility, but yeah, your chances of driving clean through this range, right? Your chances of driving clean through this range on the 4, I mean, I'd say they're slim if you don't make that bottom wick first, right? But I mean, you got news at 9, so news could be the catalyst, right? That news could be the catalyst, so we'll see. Yeah, it's a choppy range, bruh. That's a choppy range. Drive down. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let us see what happens here. 30-minute hourly. Dun, 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 dun. Drove up. Cool. Yeah, let's see what happens. Gonna wait for the hourly closer. It's gonna be the 4-hour closer as well. All right. All right, we back. So as you can see, GJ is a dickhead. All right. So much for not driving before we make a bottom wick. So we got news here. We got news here in about less than a minute. Got news here in a couple seconds. So now you've come up here and you've tapped into this level now, right? You've tapped into this daily level pretty nicely now, right? Tapped into these highs now. Yeah, so let's see what's gonna happen here. Oh yeah, you didn't really need one, did you? Yeah, because you already had a bottom wick towards this level here. So yeah, never mind. Yeah, so we didn't actually need a bottom wick anymore because this 4 hour did have a bottom wick towards this 190.27 level. All right, let me see the daily real quick. 9.27. Yeah, so that's this, right? Yeah. Okay, 4 hour just opened up, so let's look at this 4 hour now. So let's clear some of these levels out. Let's clear out some of these levels. So we're currently closing, or we currently just closed at a daily resistance, right? Currently closed at a daily resistance. I mean, this resistance is valid on the daily, the 4, pretty much all the time frames. You have a valid resistance here. So just based off the 4 hour, we look to the left. You see, last time that we closed inside this range like this, I mean, that was this candle here. That was a Friday. We gapped down and pushed down, right? We gapped down and we pushed down. Right here, you sort of came up. So something similar here. You close into this range. You couldn't close above, right? You had to come back down for a bottom wick here. Here, same thing, similar, right? Close all the way into this range. Tapped here. Couldn't drive. Had to come down for a bottom wick. Okay, so looking at all of these instances, right? Similar thing here happening here. The fact that we have no bottom wick as well on this 4 hour candle, I'm gonna look to take a wick entry. So we currently have news is going on right now, but it doesn't look like it's doing much. Oh wait, oh no, we don't have news. Never mind, we actually don't have news. This is not correct, is it? Oh, daylight savings. This is 10 o'clock. This is not 9 o'clock. Lol. Yeah, that's funny. That's actually funny. Okay, yeah, so I'm actually gonna look to take a position here before we flip. I'm gonna look to take a position here before we flip. So yeah, best case scenario, you have that 4 hour, got that 4 hour there. You come here, let me see, what is this? All right, so okay, so that's the hourly. And then where's your next 4 hour level here? Yeah, I want to get into that position, but I need to know exactly where I am taking these cells, right? I mean, even if you flip here, we can take the flip here as well, but we would still need the same stops, right? We would still need the same stops. I would have preferred the I prefer the wick entry, so that would be about a 17 pips vantage point right there. Be about a 70 pip vantage point. But we can take the flip as well. We can take the flip as well. Looking at this 4 hour. So we're at the daily level. This one came up all the way there. Let me see. Boom, boom. Yeah, so you got this. Yeah, we got this 5 about to close. 5 minute, so it shouldn't really be coming beyond here. All right, and then you have that as well. Okay, 137. All right, bet. So we know what we're looking for. We know what we're looking for. All right, bet. So we know what we're looking for here. We know what we are looking for here. Now we just need to get it to happen. We just need to get it to happen. 5 minute. So 5 minute just closed. Looks like you closed above, right? Looks like you closed above on the 5, but that is the 5, right? That's just the 5 minute closure. In the grand scheme of things, doesn't really mean much, right? With us having this 4 hour closure now and all that. So yeah, we're still coming up here. I think I'll take this initial position. Let me see. Yeah, this one, no bottom wick. Where do you have these highs here? Right there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this initial position. I'm gonna take this initial position right here. So let me see, 1 second. 5 minute. There you go. Yeah, so this initial position I'm gonna take right here. Let me see, 100. That is 192.627. All right, so I just took this initial position right there. I just took this initial position right here. If we continue to push up towards this level here, I'm gonna take a second position. If we continue to push up towards 191.98, 191.98 here, that would be this level here. Boom. All right, bet. So we're in this position now. We are in this position now. So GJ. Yeah, so we are currently in this position. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. We will see what happens. But yeah, with this 4-hour closing the way it did, and this daily also closing the way it did. No, sorry, not closing, but so this daily came up, right? This daily came up, and now we started to test these levels here, right? We're starting to test these this daily level, right? We're starting to test this daily level right here. So I highly doubt you're just gonna push through, right? Especially given the fact that this 4-hour never closed above, right? So that 4-hour never closed above this level here, never closed above that daily level. So I highly doubt you're just gonna push through here, especially without a bottom wick, right? So it could be the case that price just comes down here, creates a quick bottom wick, and then dips off, right? That could be, you know, that could be a possibility here, but I highly doubt you're gonna just, you know, start to fly here, right? I highly doubt you're just gonna start to fly towards our stops or towards our current stops without making that bottom wick first. But yeah, we'll see what wants to happen here. We'll see what wants to happen. In reality, I would be looking for, I would basically just be looking for price to make this bottom wick on the hourly. But once you tap into this level here, 53.24, then it's, you know, then price can really just do anything at that point. Yeah, so this will be my position right here. So we're currently in this position right here. We'll see if, you know, we continue to push up here. We'll look to get into this position to the right. Yeah, let's see how this 5-minute is closing. If this 5-minute can close back below this level, that would be great. That would be great. Yeah, if the 5-minute closes above, most likely you are gonna see price push up a little bit more, right? And hopefully, you know, if we push up a little bit more, we're pushing up towards our second entries, right? Because if you reject before, right? Because if you're gonna push up, you want to push up enough that you can actually get a mitigation position, right? So that 5-minute close doji, well, not doji, but yeah, not below though. Yeah, 5-minute close respecting this level here. So you might see price start to push up. So don't be surprised if you see price start to push up. So coupled with the fact that we did just close, you know, at this level of support, even if we flip here, before this 15 closes, if we flip, I'll look to go BE. Well, not BE, I'll put my stops at these highs right here. Right, I'll put my stops at these highs right here. But yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can't get something going here. I mean, I have my full TPs currently at 190.783, but as soon as we tap into this level here, right? As soon as we tap into this 190.938 level, 190.4 level, as soon as we tap into those levels, you wanna start managing the position pretty strictly, you know. I mean, best case scenario here, of course, I mean, best case scenario is we just did all of this. I mean, you look at it weekly, this whole range is just fucked, right? Like you could either go up or you could come down, right? So best case scenario, this is just more of a top wick, right? This is just more of a top wick for us to eventually drive down, right? Best case scenario. Because then at that point, you might actually start to, you know, melt here, right? You might see this candle just push all the way down. Hold up, let me make sure my stops are in. My stops are not in, are they? 192.636. 0.636.64. Currently I'm gonna set my stops. So I mean, last time you rejected this level, you had a pretty decent drop here. All right, let's see what happens here. 15-minute about to close. Let's see how this 15 closes. Ideally, you want to close below. All right, ideally, you want to close below this level right here. TP 190.492. Yeah, I mean, I got my TP over here, but I most likely will not let it run to that, to that level. Probably gonna close full at 190.94. It just depends on how we end up driving down here. Let's see. So 15-minute about to close. Let's see how we close. Hopefully we close below. The best move we could get here is this 15-minute closes below. You open up on the next 15, no bottom wick. We come up, tap this level, reject. So here we get into our second positions. And then once you flip, you in both of those positions risk free. So we get 2 for 1. We get a 2 for 1. Buy one position, get one free. Damn, my connection is shit right now. What's going on? I'm dropping frames. All right, cool. So 15-minute close below, which is good. 15-minute close below, which is good. Let's see if we actually start to come up here or not. fault. Yeah, I don't even know if the stream is running right now or not, to be honest with you. Let me see. YouTube. If the stream is running right now or not, to be honest with you. Let me see. Yeah, hella lag, huh? Hella lag, I'm sure. Okay, so we came down on this 15, still haven't flipped on the 30 on the hourly, still have no bottom wick right there. So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna protect this bottom wick, if you're gonna come down here and not, you know, and not create that bottom wick and then start to close back above and drive up, then very possible that you're gonna come up for a steeper top wick, right? And if that's the case, we're gonna take the mitigation positions right here. Well, it's not really it's not even a mitigation position, it's just more of a because mitigation position is more like, you know, I don't think price is gonna, you know, come back to my entry. Let me get another entry that's gonna sort of take me back. All right, so I can sort of, you know, play the numbers out, you know. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I mean, in this case, I'm expecting both of these are gonna actually drive here, right? Or actually gonna play out, so to speak. All right, so like if we came back, so say we took this second position, we came back to our entries here, I wouldn't now close this first position. I would still wait for the flip of this candle. So another 5-minute closure we just had another 5-minute closure. Looks like you're closing respecting this resistance that you formed here, or that you're currently forming, right? It does look like you're closing respecting that. So yeah, we'll see, we will see. So now it's just a waiting game. We're just waiting to see. We're waiting for price to close, or sorry, we're waiting for price to flip here, create a bottom wick here, and then we can manage our position. Yeah, so we just waiting here, y'all. Vibe out. right, so there goes our flip. There goes our flip. So right there, I'm gonna move this position. Gonna move this to BE, making this a risk-free trade. Alright, okay, so we're gonna move this to BE, making this a risk-free trade. So yeah, let's see what actually, where did we just close? Where did we close respecting? We closed below this. So yeah, I'm chilling. So yeah, what I'm gonna do here, TPs currently, full TPs are at actually, yeah, full TP is gonna be right here. Full TP is gonna be at 190.945. Yeah, so that's gonna be full TPs right there. Yeah, let's see what happens, because now that we're closing below this level, so this 30-minute just closed, right? 30-minute just closed. Now that you're closing below these levels here on the 30, I don't see why you wouldn't at the very least come down to 190.945, right, before you come back up. Even if you did want to come back up, right, I don't see why you wouldn't now come down to at least this level before you push up. So yeah, that's gonna be what we're looking for. I don't see any level that we could, you know, sort of drive off of right here before we come back up. This would be the only level that I'm seeing right here, and we have clean range, right? We got clean range through that level, right? Got clean range there, because here you just had one candle come up, so this is clean range towards this level. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that, and we will just be in the background. So F9. we just hit we just hit full TPs right there. We just hit full TPs right there. So right on the dot, right? So right on the money. We were right on the money with that one, right? So hit full TPs right there. Just because you're rejecting right now doesn't mean, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, you're not gonna continue to push down here. But this rejection was anticipated, and we were trying to be out of there, or at least, you know, we wanted to secure something here, you know, because it's been a while. It's been a while. We've been on a bit of a losing streak, so it's a good it's good for the psychology, you know. It's good for the psychology. So yeah, pretty decent trade right there. Pretty decent trade right there. Let me just put this in and put this into the record, and we'll call it a stream. So let me see. My fault, yo. How many pips was that? That was, let's see, 658. That was about 58 pips. 58 pips, give or take. All right, so trades taken, GJ, 58 pips on that one. The record improves to 59, and for the month we're break even for the month, right? 2 wins, 2 losses, you know what I mean? All right, cool. So yeah, that's that trade done. That's that trade done. Now, like I said, right, doesn't mean just because now you had that initial rejection doesn't mean you're gonna now, you know, start to come back up, right? That doesn't mean you're gonna start to come back up. We'll see how this 15-minute, well, I'm gonna log off right now. I'm gonna hop off the stream right now. But if you're still trading here, with price making this bottom wick now, I would say if you want to get involved with any more sells here, you want to wait for the hourly to close, right? You want to wait for that hourly closure at this point, right? Because I mean, look at this 30-minute now. Right now you have that bottom wick. I mean, you can't even really start taking the buys yet, just because you are still combating this level here, right? You are still going against that level. So I mean, I would say in terms of buys, if you were looking to take some buys here, let me see. Yeah, in terms of buys, I would say, so let me stop recording. In terms of buys, I would say, to be honest, in terms of buys, as long as you close inside this range, really you just want to establish that you're gonna hold support, right? You just want to establish that this level here is gonna hold support, and you should be good, right? You should be good to drive up, and then you could have your vantage point be somewhere like something like this, right? So you just want to closure above, right? You want to see price, you know, tell you that you're gonna hold support, maybe with a couple of 5-minute closures, and then you could probably take these buys up towards 191.885. In terms of sells, you want to close below. All right, I don't think you're gonna have any more sales today. Not in this session, or not in actually not, let me not say that, because we are about to have news. We are gonna have news in a bit here, so never say never, right? Never say never. All right, but yeah, that's gonna be it for me though. It's gonna be it for me. I mean, I'll still look at the chart. I'll look at it and see, you know, if we get an entry that's really convincing, then I'll get in it. If not, then that's gonna be it for me for the day, in it. But yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in. We back in the win column, after a bunch of botched trades. And yeah, man, hopefully we can keep it rolling, dig ourselves out this hole, and get funded. All right, y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace.